A world-shaking confession from the U.S. media. Erdoğan is the only antidote to Trump's outbursts. In an analysis published ahead of the NATO summit, the Wall Street Journal, one of the U.S.'s leading newspapers, examined Turkey's strategic position within NATO and the relationship between Ankara and Washington. The newspaper noted that the close relationship between President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan and U.S. President Donald Trump has strengthened Turkey's diplomatic influence, adding that Erdoğan is seen as the only antidote to Trump's harsh rhetoric toward NATO. The U.S.-based The Wall Street Journal WSJ featured Turkey's growing influence within the alliance and the strategic partnership between Washington and Ankara on its front page ahead of the NATO summit to be held in Ankara in the coming days. In an analysis by Jared Melson, it was reported that the strong leadership relationship between U.S. President Donald Trump and President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan has elevated Turkey's geopolitical and military standing on the global stage. The American press emphasized that, due to Ankara's strides in the defense industry and its indispensable role as a mediator in global crises, Western allies have been forced to adopt a much more constructive stance toward Turkey. Trump praises Erdoğan, a strongman. The Wall Street Journal shared details of the meeting that took place in the Oval Office, noting that U.S. President Donald Trump made no secret of his admiration for President Erdoğan. It was reported that during Trump's meeting with the NATO Secretary General, he stated that Turkey's role as host had directly influenced his decision to attend this year's summit. The analysis, which included Trump's exact words, recalled that the U.S. president had said of President Erdoğan, "Erdoğan is a strong man. He has delivered on everything I've asked of him." It was argued that the friendship between the two leaders completely mitigated potential criticism from Western capitals and reinforced Turkey's central mediating role across a broad region stretching from Ukraine to Iran and from Gaza to the Middle East. Turkey's impact on the defense industry. The Pentagon's largest supplier, the remarkable level Turkey has achieved in military technology, was among the aspects that drew the most attention from the American media, noting the major international success of Turkish drones that neutralized Russian convoys during the war in Ukraine. The newspaper reported that Baykar has become a global player, currently exporting to more than 33 countries and forming partnerships with major European aerospace companies. Not stopping there, the WSJ highlighted Turkey's critical role in ammunition production, stating, "Another Turkish company designed and installed equipment at a factory in Texas that has become one of the Pentagon's largest suppliers of artillery shells, which are currently in short supply worldwide," highlighting that the Turkish defense industry has become a vital producer even for the U.S. military. New era for the F-35 and full support from the White House. Wall Street Journal highlighted that the bottlenecks in defense relations between the two countries in recent years have begun to be fully overcome under the Trump administration. Reporting on the developments with the following statements, in June, Vice President J.D. Vance said that U.S. officials were exploring ways to sell Turkey the advanced F-35 fighter jet years after the first Trump administration had removed Turkey from the fighter jet program in response to Turkey's purchase of a Russian air defense system. This move caused a rift within NATO and triggered years of discord in Turkey's defense relations with Washington, confirming the level these relations have reached. White House spokesperson Anna Kelly also directly expressed Washington's full support for Ankara in an official statement to the newspaper, saying, "President Trump has a great relationship with Turkish President Erdoğan, who is an exceptional partner in the region." In addition, the U.S. press shared the following assessments regarding Ankara's indispensable role in global crises. Despite its deep-rooted economic ties with Russia, Turkey stands out as the alliance's most reliable partner by building warships and supplying critical military ammunition to support Ukraine's resistance against the invasion. Erdoğan's leadership serves as an antidote that counterbalances U.S. President Trump's impulsive outbursts toward NATO allies and prevents the alliance from completely falling apart, noting that Turkish leaders such as Hakan Fidan and Ibrahim Kalin have been key players at every table from the Israel-Hamas ceasefire to the delicate negotiations. With Iran, the Wall Street Journal commented, "Today, there are very few people who criticize Erdogan, if any at all.